Born to shine. Unseen signs that you were destined for impact. Have you ever felt in the stillness of your heart that your life holds a meaning greater than what meets the eye? Perhaps there were moments in your childhood when the world seemed to pause, when the ordinary became extraordinary for a fleeting instant, as if the universe whispered secrets meant only for you. These moments might have been small, barely noticeable, yet they left an imprint on your soul. They were the unseen signs, the quiet hints that your life was set apart, destined for impact. As you sit here, listening to these words, you might wonder, were those signs real, or were they just the imaginings of a hopeful mind? Let me assure you they were real. Your life has never been ordinary, not because of your circumstances, but because of the purpose woven into your being from the very beginning. Today we will journey together through those signs, those sacred markers that reveal you were born to shine. But before we delve into these signs, consider this. The world often blinds us to our worth. It shouts distractions, doubts, and fears that obscure the quiet truth of who we are. This message is a call to remember, to awaken and to see the unseen, because within you lies a spark, a light waiting to break free. Close your eyes for a moment and take yourself back to your childhood. Picture yourself as a child sitting beneath the open sky, feeling the vastness of the universe above you. Did you ever feel small, and yet somehow connected to something unimaginably great? Did you find yourself staring at the stars, feeling as though they were staring back at you? Or perhaps you felt a pull, a longing you couldn't explain, like your heart was searching for something it had yet to name. You see, the signs of a chosen life are rarely dramatic. They are subtle, appearing in the quiet moments of wonder, in the questions that haunted your young mind, and in the peculiar way you felt different from others. Maybe you were the child who always asked why, when others were content with because. Or perhaps you had a sensitivity to the unspoken, a deep empathy for the struggles of others, even before you had the words to express it. And then there were the trials. Yes, even the hardships of your childhood were signs. Because the universe does not prepare an ordinary life with extraordinary challenges. Think about the times you felt left out, misunderstood, or even rejected. Those moments, painful as they were refining you. They were chiseling away at the ordinary, shaping you into someone extraordinary. But the greatest sign of all, the one most often missed, is that persistent, unshakable feeling that you were made for more. Not in a way that breeds arrogance, but in a way that humbles you. You've known it deep down, haven't you? That your life is not just your own, that you are here for a reason greater than yourself. And if you felt that, then let me assure you, you are not imagining it. That feeling is the truth. Stay with me now, because I'm about to unveil the signs you've been carrying with you all along. Signs that not only reveal your purpose, but also point to the source of that purpose, the divine hand that has been guiding you, even when you didn't realize it. 10 signs of finding God and your true purpose. This is your moment to embrace the truth of who you are. These signs are not just markers of your past, they are the foundation of your future. You were born to shine, not for your glory, but to reflect a light that can transform the world. Stay tuned as we unravel how you can step into that destiny, one purposeful step at a time. 1. A deep inner restlessness. Restlessness. It's not the kind that keeps you up at night because of worry or fear, but the kind that fills your heart with an insatiable hunger. From as early as you can remember, you felt at the tug of something more. While others around you seemed content with what life handed them, you couldn't shake the feeling that there was something bigger waiting for you, something unseen but undeniably real. This inner restlessness wasn't a curse, it was a sign that you were not created for the mundane, but for something extraordinary. This restlessness often sets you apart. Perhaps as a child, you were the one who couldn't simply accept things as they were. You questioned everything, not to be difficult, but because you sensed there was more beneath the surface. When others were satisfied with the answers, you wanted to dig deeper, to peel back the layers of life's mystery and find the truth. It wasn't that you were dissatisfied with life itself, but you always felt there was something missing. And the truth is, you were right. That restlessness wasn't a flaw in your character, it was a spark. A divine spark placed within you to remind you that you were created for a higher purpose. Imagine a bird that feels the instinct to migrate but hasn't yet found its wings. That's the restlessness you've carried, a yearning to soar, even when you didn't know how. And while this yearning may have felt like a burden at times, it was a gift. It was the compass guiding you toward your destiny. This feeling of not fitting in or not being satisfied wasn't a sign that something was wrong with you. It was a sign that you were chosen for a different path. The world often celebrates conformity, fitting neatly into its predefined boxes. But restlessness shakes those boxes, refusing to let you settle for mediocrity. It challenges you to question, to seek, and to grow. It pushes you to explore new horizons, to step out of your comfort zone, and to chase dreams others might consider impossible. Think back to the times when you tried to quiet this restlessness. Perhaps you thought that achieving certain milestones, acquiring possessions, or seeking validation from others would ease the ache. But no matter how much you achieved or gained, the hunger remained. That's because this restlessness cannot be satisfied with material things or shallow accomplishments. It's a calling, and it can only be fulfilled by discovering and embracing the purpose for which you were created. This restlessness also serves as a protective force. It guards you against complacency, urging you to keep moving forward even when the path is unclear. Have you ever noticed that just when you begin to settle, that familiar tug returns, reminding you that you're not done yet? It's as if an invisible hand is guiding you, pulling you toward the life you were meant to live. The moments of restlessness are not interruptions, they are invitations. Invitations to rise higher, to dig deeper, and to become the person you were born to be. And yet this restlessness is not without its challenges. At times it can feel overwhelming, even isolating. You may look around and wonder why others seem so content while you're constantly searching. You might have even questioned whether this feeling is a blessing or a curse. But here's the truth, it's both. It's a blessing because it keeps you moving toward greatness. It's a challenge because it requires you to trust in what you cannot yet see. The key is to embrace this restlessness, to see it not as a sign of discontent but as a guide. When you stop fighting it and start listening to it, you'll find that it's not chaos but clarity. It's pointing you toward the places, the people, and the opportunities that align with your purpose. It's not asking you to have all the answers. It's asking you to take the next step. This restlessness is your reminder that you were born for more. It's the whisper of destiny, urging you to leave the shore and venture into the deep waters of your potential. And though the journey may be uncertain, one thing is clear: this restlessness will not lead you astray. It will lead you home to the life you were always meant to live. 2. Moments of unexplainable peace. Amid the storms of life, there are moments that stand out, moments of unexplainable peace. These are the times when, despite the chaos swirling around you, you feel an overwhelming sense of calm. It's not the kind of peace that comes from external circumstances. It's deeper, quieter, and more profound. It's as if, for a brief moment, the universe whispers to you, reminding you that you are not alone. This peace is not accidental. It is a sign of divine assurance that you are cared for, guided, and protected. Perhaps you've experienced it during a difficult decision, when clarity seemed impossible yet somehow arrived like a gentle dawn. Or maybe it was in the middle of a crisis, when every logical part of you should have been panicking, but instead you felt an unshakable stillness. These moments of peace are not random, they are deliberate. They are glimpses of something greater, a reminder of the presence of the divine in your life. But what makes this peace so extraordinary is its timing. It often comes when you least expect it, when you're at your lowest, your most vulnerable, or you're most uncertain. It's almost as if this peace waits for the moments when you're ready to give up, then steps in to remind you of your strength. It doesn't remove the challenges you're facing, but it gives you the courage to face them. It's a still, small voice that whispers, "You are not alone." This peace also carries a message. It tells you that you are on the right path, even when the road ahead seems unclear. It's a confirmation that your struggles are not in vain, and that your efforts, no matter how small, are leading you toward your destiny. Think about the times when you felt this peace. What were you doing? Where were you? Often these moments occur when you're aligned with your purpose, even if you don't fully realize it yet. They are like signposts along the way, reassuring you that you're headed in the right direction. And yet, this peace is not just for the easy moments. It's there in the hardest times too, when the weight of the world is on your shoulders and you feel like you can't take another step. This peace is the strength that carries you forward. It's the quiet confidence that no matter how dark the night, the morning will come. It's not a denial of the challenges you face. It's a reminder that you have the power to overcome them. But this peace does more than comfort you. It transforms you. It teaches you to trust not just in yourself but in something greater. It shows you that life is not a series of random events but a beautifully orchestrated journey. It invites you to let go of fear, doubt, and control and to surrender to the flow of life. And in doing so, it unlocks a strength within you that you never knew you had. This peace is a gift, but it's also a choice. It requires you to pause, to listen, and to be still. It's not something you can force or fabricate. It's something you receive when you open yourself to it. And while it may be fleeting in the moment, its impact lasts. It leaves you stronger, wiser, and more resilient, ready to face whatever comes next. These moments of unexplainable peace are not just signs, they are promises. Promises that you are guided, that you are loved, and that you are exactly where you need to be. They are the calm within the storm, the light within the darkness, and the assurance that no matter what happens, you are never truly alone. 3. A love for truth and wisdom. There's something magnetic about truth and wisdom that pulls certain souls toward it, a force that feels irresistible. If you've always found yourself drawn to understanding the deeper questions of life, you're not alone. This yearning is more than curiosity. It's a sign of something greater stirring within you. From a young age, you've likely been captivated by questions that others overlook. While some were content to accept things at face value, you couldn't help but dig deeper. Why does this happen? What does it mean? What is the purpose? These questions weren't mere musings, they were clues pointing to the path you were born to walk. Your love for truth and wisdom set you apart. Think about the moments when you felt the exhilaration of learning something profound. It wasn't just the accumulation of knowledge that excited you, it was the way it illuminated your mind and soul. This thirst for understanding wasn't accidental, it was divinely placed. It was as if the universe handed you a compass and whispered, "Seek and you shall find." But seeking truth isn't always easy. It requires courage, for truth often disrupts the comfort of ignorance. You may have found yourself at odds with the world around you because you refused to accept half-truths or convenient lies. This love for wisdom likely made you question authority, tradition, and even your own beliefs. And while others may have seen this as rebellious, it was anything but. It was your soul's way of refusing to settle for anything less than what is real and eternal. Your pursuit of truth is more than a personal journey. It's a mission. When you seek wisdom, you are not just searching for answers for yourself. You are uncovering truths that have the power to transform those around you. Every insight you gain, every piece of wisdom you uncover, adds to the light you bring into the world. And the world needs that light, desperately. This love for truth and wisdom also comes with its challenges. The deeper you dive, the more you realize how much you don't know. But instead of discouraging you, this realization fuels your hunger to learn more. You understand that wisdom is not about having all the answers, but about embracing the endless journey of discovery. And in that journey, you find joy not in the destination, but in the pursuit itself. Yet this path can feel lonely at times. Not everyone shares your thirst for understanding, and you may have found yourself surrounded by people who are content with shallow truths. But this loneliness is not a curse, it's a call. A call to lead, to inspire, and to show others the depth and beauty of life when viewed through the lens of wisdom. If you've ever questioned why you have this unrelenting love for truth and wisdom, know this: it's because you were chosen to be a seeker, a guide, and a light. This love is not a coincidence. It's a sign that you are connected to something greater. It's a reminder that you are here to uncover and share the truths that will change not only your life but the lives of others. So embrace this love. Let it drive you, inspire you, and lead you to the extraordinary purpose for which you were created. 4. An unshakable conscience. In a world where the lines between right and wrong are often blurred, having an unshakable conscience is both a gift and a responsibility. If you've always felt a deep inner pull to do what is right, even when it's inconvenient or difficult, consider this one of the clearest signs that you are destined for impact. This moral compass, so steadfast and unwavering, is not common. It is a rare and powerful trait, and it points directly to the divine hand at work in your life. Think about the times when you stood at a crossroads, faced with a decision that could either honor your values or compromise them. Even in the face of pressure, you couldn't ignore that voice inside you, the one that wouldn't let you take the easy way out. While others might have justified their actions or turned a blind eye, you felt compelled to choose the path of integrity. That voice wasn't just your own. It was the quiet guidance of a higher calling. An unshakable conscience often reveals itself early in life. Perhaps you were the child who spoke up when something didn't feel right, even if it meant standing alone. Or maybe you were the one who couldn't tolerate injustice, no matter how small. These moments weren't just fleeting events, they were signs. Signs that you were being prepared for a life of significance, where your moral clarity would serve as a beacon for others. But living with an unshakable conscience is not always easy. It demands courage, for doing the right thing often comes at a cost. You may have faced criticism, rejection, or even loss because you refused to compromise your principles. Yet even in those moments you felt a strange peace, a reassurance that you had chosen the higher path. This peace is the confirmation that your conscience is not a burden. It is a gift, one that sets you apart as a leader, a guide, and an example. Your unshakable conscience is also a source of strength. It gives you the ability to stand firm in the face of adversity, to resist temptation, and to hold fast to your values when others waver. It is a shield that protects you from the chaos and corruption of the world, allowing you to navigate life with clarity and confidence. And as you grow, this conscience becomes not just a guide for your own life, but a light for others. People are drawn to your integrity, inspired by your unwavering commitment to what is right. At times, you may have questioned why you feel this constant pull to uphold your values, especially when it sets you apart from others. But the answer is simple. You were created to be a standard bearer, someone who embodies truth, justice, and compassion. Your conscience is not a coincidence, it is a calling. It is the divine imprint on your soul, a reminder that you are here to make a difference. Let your unshakable conscience guide you, even when the path is difficult. Trust that every choice you make to honor your values is shaping not only your own life but the lives of those around you. And remember, this conscience is not a burden, it is your greatest strength. It is the evidence that you were born for something greater, a life of purpose, integrity, and impact. 5. Sensitivity to beauty in nature. There's a unique power in being attuned to the natural world, to the unspoken harmony that exists in creation. If you've ever felt captivated by a sunrise, or found yourself lost in the delicate details of a flower's bloom, this sensitivity is not mere sentimentality, it's a sign that your soul is connected to something deeper, something divine. From the earliest days of your life, the beauty of nature has been a quiet teacher, whispering truths to your spirit that words cannot convey. This sensitivity often feels like a double-edged sword. On one hand, it fills you with awe and wonder. You see the world in a way others often miss. While some rush past a field of wildflowers or dismiss the grandeur of the mountains as ordinary, you stop, you feel, you take it in. It's as though your soul recognizes the fingerprints of the Creator in every leaf, every stream, and every star in the night sky. This recognition is not an accident, it's a calling, a reminder that you were made to notice, to reflect, and to carry the beauty you see into the world. But this sensitivity doesn't stop at admiration, it often stirs something deeper within you. Have you ever felt an overwhelming sense of peace while walking in a forest or sitting by the ocean? That's because nature has a way of silencing the noise of the world, allowing you to hear the quiet voice of truth. It reminds you of your place in the grand tapestry of life, grounding you while simultaneously lifting your spirit. In these moments, you're not just witnessing beauty, you're experiencing the divine presence that created it. Your connection to nature often goes hand in hand with a deep sense of gratitude. Even in the simplest things, a drop of rain on your skin, the sound of wind rustling through the trees, you find joy. This joy is a gift, a sign that you are in tune with the rhythm of life. It's not a distraction from reality, it's a reminder of what is real. In a world that often prioritizes convenience over connection, your sensitivity to beauty and nature is a powerful counterbalance. It's a reminder that there is more to life than what can be bought, sold, or measured. And yet this sensitivity also comes with responsibility. Those who see beauty have a duty to protect it. Perhaps you've felt an unshakable urge to care for the earth, to nurture and preserve it for future generations. This isn't just a personal conviction, it's a reflection of your purpose. You are not merely an observer of nature, you are a steward of it. Your sensitivity is a sign that you were chosen to remind others of the sacredness of creation, to inspire them to see the world with new eyes. This connection to beauty doesn't just apply to the natural world, it extends to the beauty within people, ideas, and experiences. You have an uncanny ability to see potential where others see flaws, to find hope where others see despair. This sensitivity allows you to bring light to dark places, to create and inspire in ways that transform the world around you. It's a sign that you were born not only to witness beauty but to embody it. Let it guide you, teach you, and inspire you. Trust that your connection to beauty and nature is not a coincidence but a calling. It is a sign that you were created to live a life of wonder, gratitude, and purpose, a life that reflects the divine beauty of the world you so deeply cherish. 6. A tendency to reflect on life's purpose. Have you ever found yourself lost in thought, questioning the meaning of your existence? This tendency to reflect on life's purpose is not a distraction or a sign of indecision, it's a profound gift. While many people move through life without pausing to consider the why behind their actions, you have always felt the pull to look deeper. This habit of reflection is not an accident, it's a sign that your life was meant to have meaning, extraordinary meaning. From a young age, you may have felt a sense of curiosity that others didn't share. While your peers focused on the immediate schoolwork, games, or social approval, you were drawn to the eternal. You asked questions that made others pause. What is the point of all this? Why are we here? What happens when we're gone? These questions weren't born out of fear or confusion. They were the stirrings of a soul that knew deep down that there must be more. This tendency to reflect often sets you apart. It's not always easy to carry these thoughts, especially when others seem so sure of their direction while you are still searching. But this search is not a weakness, it's a strength. Because those who dare to ask life's big questions are the ones who discover life's deepest truths. Your reflection is not a sign of doubt, it's a sign of depth. It shows that you are not content to live a shallow life. You want to understand, to grow, and to align yourself with the purpose for which you were created. And yet, this reflection doesn't just stay in your mind, it transforms your actions. When you take time to ponder your purpose, you gain clarity. You begin to see patterns in your life, moments of struggle that shaped you, people who crossed your path at just the right time, and opportunities that seemed too perfect to be coincidences. These reflections help you piece together the puzzle of your existence, revealing a picture that is far more intricate and beautiful than you could have imagined. Your tendency to reflect also serves as a guide. When faced with decisions, you don't just think about what is easiest or most convenient, you consider what aligns with your purpose. This makes you a person of intention. Someone who doesn't just drift through life, but walks it with meaning. While others may rush to achieve, you take the time to ask, is this the right path? Does this bring me closer to who I am meant to be? This patience, this willingness to wait for the answer, is a sign of your wisdom and your connection to a higher purpose. Reflection also brings resilience. When life gets tough, you don't crumble under the weight of your struggles, you reflect on them. You ask what you can learn, how you can grow, and how these challenges fit into the bigger picture of your life. This ability to see beyond the immediate pain and into the purpose of your journey is a rare and powerful gift. It allows you to turn setbacks into stepping stones and failures into lessons. But perhaps the most beautiful thing about your tendency to reflect is how it connects you to others. People are drawn to your depth, your wisdom, and your ability to listen not just with your ears, but with your heart. They sense that you have spent time contemplating life's deeper meaning, and they look to you for guidance. This is not a coincidence. It's a sign that you were created to lead, to inspire, and to help others find their own purpose. Don't rush through life trying to avoid the questions that haunt you. Lean into them. Trust that your search for meaning is not in vain. It is a sign that you are not just passing through this world. You are here for a reason. You were born to live a life of purpose, a life that changes not only your own destiny, but the destiny of those around you. 7. An empathy for the suffering of others. Empathy is a gift not given to everyone. It's a sacred ability to step into the pain of others, to feel their struggles as if they were your own. If you've always felt deeply moved by the suffering of those around you, this is no accident. It's a sign that your heart has been attuned to a greater purpose, a calling to bring light into dark places and healing to those who are hurting. From a young age, you may have found yourself drawn to people who were struggling. While others might have turned away from pain or ignored it, you couldn't. You noticed the child sitting alone, the friend hiding tears, the stranger with sorrow in their eyes. It was as if you could see past the surface and into the soul. And when you saw their pain, something within you stirred a need to help, to comfort, to make things better. This empathy is not a weakness. It's a profound strength. In a world often marked by indifference, your ability to care deeply is a rare and powerful gift. It allows you to connect with others in ways that words alone cannot. Your presence brings comfort, your understanding brings hope, and your compassion brings healing. People feel seen, heard, and valued when they are around you because your empathy speaks to the very core of their being. But this gift can also be heavy. Feeling the weight of others' suffering is not easy. There have likely been times when you've asked yourself why you feel so much when others seem so unaffected. You may have even wished you could turn off this part of yourself, just to escape the constant pull of others' pain. But what you must understand is that this sensitivity is not a burden, it's a blessing. It's a sign that you were chosen to be a bridge between despair and hope. Your empathy also gives you a unique perspective on the world. You see injustice where others see normalcy. You recognize the silent battles that people fight, even when they try to hide them. This awareness is not a coincidence. It's a calling. It's a reminder that you were created to make a difference, to stand up for those who cannot stand up for themselves, and to bring kindness where it is desperately needed. Empathy also has the power to transform you. As you step into the pain of others, you gain a deeper understanding of the human experience. You learn that strength is not the absence of pain, but the ability to keep going despite it. You realize that every person carries a story, and those stories, no matter how broken, can become sources of incredible beauty and strength. This knowledge shapes you, humbles you, and deepens your commitment to living a life of purpose. But perhaps the most powerful thing about empathy is its ability to inspire action. Your compassion compels you to do more than feel, it drives you to act. Whether it's offering a kind word, lending a helping hand, or fighting for justice, your empathy turns pain into progress. And as you pour yourself into the lives of others, you'll find that your own life becomes richer, fuller, and more meaningful. Let it guide you, shape you, and inspire you to be the person you were born to be. Trust that your ability to feel deeply is not a flaw, but a sign that you were created to heal, to help, and to bring hope to a hurting world. 8. Unusual strength in hardship. Hardship has a way of revealing what lies within us, and if you've ever found yourself standing strong in the face of adversity, even when everything around you seemed to be falling apart, know this: your strength is not ordinary. It is a sign that you were built for something greater. While others might crumble under the weight of challenges, you have discovered an inner resilience that defies logic and expectation. This strength is not something you chose, it chose you. From the beginning, life may have handed you trials that seemed unfair, even unbearable. You've likely faced moments of heartbreak, loss, or failure that tested you to your core. Yet, through it all, you endured. You found a way to keep going even when the path seemed impossible. This is not because you are invincible, but because there is something extraordinary within you, a fire that refuses to be extinguished. Your strength in hardship is not just a survival mechanism. It's a sign of your purpose. Every challenge you faced has shaped you, refined you, and prepared you for the life you were meant to live. The struggles you've endured were not random, they were intentional. They were designed to build your character, sharpen your vision, and deepen your compassion. Each hardship was like a chisel, carving away the unnecessary and revealing the masterpiece within you. But this strength doesn't mean you haven't felt the weight of your struggles. There have been moments when you wanted to give up, when the pain felt too great, and the journey felt too long. Yet even in those moments you found a way to rise. This ability to persevere is not just a reflection of your willpower. It's a testament to the divine hand that has been guiding you all along. Your strength is not your own. It's a gift, a sign that you are never truly alone, even in your darkest hours. Your unusual strength also serves as a source of inspiration for others. People see the battles you fought, the challenges you've overcome, and they wonder how you do it. They may not say it aloud, but your resilience gives them hope. It shows them that it's possible to face life's storms and come out stronger on the other side. Your strength becomes a light in their darkness, a reminder that they too can endure. This strength also gives you a unique perspective on life. You understand that hardship is not something to be feared, but something to be embraced. You've learned that every challenge carries within it a lesson, a gift, and an opportunity for growth. This mindset allows you to face difficulties with courage, knowing that they are shaping you into the person you were meant to be. And yet, your strength is not just about enduring, it's about thriving. It's about turning pain into purpose, loss into love, and failure into fuel. It's about using your struggles to build something beautiful, not just for yourself, but for those around you. This is the ultimate sign of your resilience, not that you've survived, but that you've transformed. If you've ever wondered why life seems to test you more than others, remember this: the strongest steel is forged in the hottest fire. Your strength in hardship is not a coincidence, it's a sign. Trust in this strength and let it carry you forward into the extraordinary life that awaits you. 9. Unlikely opportunities that feel guided. There are moments in life when doors open unexpectedly, opportunities arise seemingly out of nowhere, and the timing feels too perfect to be a coincidence. If you've experienced this, it's not mere luck, it's a sign. These moments of unlikely opportunity are more than random events. They are evidence of a guiding force at work in your life, leading you toward your purpose. Think about the times when things seemed hopeless and then, just at the right moment, an unexpected opportunity appeared. Maybe it was a chance meeting with someone who offered guidance or support. Perhaps it was a job, a project, or even a piece of advice that came at precisely the right time. These moments felt like answers to unspoken prayers, like the universe aligning itself just for you. That's because they were. These opportunities were not accidents, they were orchestrated. When such events occur, it's easy to dismiss them as coincidences or chalk them up to good fortune. But deep down, you know there's more to it. You feel a sense of awe, as if someone or something is moving the pieces of your life into place. This feeling is not your imagination, it's a sign. It's the confirmation that you are not walking this path alone, that a higher power is actively guiding you toward the life you were meant to live. These unlikely opportunities often come in times of need. When you're at your wit's end, when you've exhausted every option, that's when the door opens. Why? Because these moments are designed not only to provide you with what you need, but also to remind you of the power of trust. They teach you to let go of control and allow life to unfold in its perfect timing. They show you that while you may not always see the path ahead, the path is there, waiting for you to take the next step. Unlikely opportunities also reveal the interconnectedness of life. They show you how your actions, even the smallest ones, can set off a chain reaction that leads to something extraordinary. Perhaps it was a kind gesture you made years ago that led someone to remember you and offer you a chance you never expected. Or maybe it was a decision to take a leap of faith that brought you face to face with your destiny. These moments are reminders that nothing in life is wasted, that every choice, every action, and every encounter serves a purpose. But these opportunities are not just about receiving, they're about responsibility. When such doors open, they call for action. They challenge you to step forward, to say yes, and to seize the moment. And in doing so, they shape you. They push you out of your comfort zone, stretch your abilities, and prepare you for the greater purpose you were created to fulfill. Your ability to recognize these opportunities is also a sign. While others may see them as mere chance, you see them for what they are: divine appointments. This awareness is a gift. It allows you to walk through life with eyes wide open, ready to embrace the opportunities that come your way. It teaches you to trust the process, to have faith in the timing, and to know that even when things seem uncertain, there is a plan unfolding. If you've ever felt that certain moments in your life were guided, trust that feeling. These unlikely opportunities are not random, they are signs that you are on the right path. They are evidence that your life is being orchestrated for something extraordinary, and all you have to do is keep saying yes. 10. A growing awareness of a higher power. There comes a time in every seeker's life when the noise of the world fades and a quiet realization takes its place, a growing awareness of a higher power at work. This awareness is not sudden or loud, it's gentle, like a sunrise that gradually lights the sky. If you've experienced this, it's not a coincidence. It's a sign that your soul is awakening to the truth of your existence. This awareness often begins subtly. Perhaps it was a moment of stillness when you felt a presence that words couldn't describe. Or maybe it was during a time of struggle when you felt a strength that wasn't your own, carrying you through. These moments may have seemed fleeting, but they were profound. They were glimpses of the divine, a reminder that you are not alone and never have been. As this awareness grows, it begins to change you. You start to see patterns in your life that you hadn't noticed before. The coincidences don't feel like coincidences anymore. The challenges you face don't seem random, they feel purposeful. You begin to recognize the ways in which you've been guided, protected, and prepared for something greater. This recognition is a gift. It's a sign that you are stepping into alignment with the higher power that has been with you all along. But this awareness is not just about understanding, it's about relationship. As you become more attuned to the presence of the divine, you start to seek it out. You crave connection, not in a superficial way, but in a way that feeds your soul. You find yourself drawn to moments of quiet reflection, to prayer, or to simply being still. These moments are not escapes from the world, they are encounters with the sacred. They ground you, center you, and remind you of who you are and why you're here. This growing awareness also brings a sense of peace. Life's uncertainties don't feel as overwhelming when you know that there is a greater plan at work. The setbacks don't feel as permanent, and the victories don't feel as fleeting. You begin to trust in the timing of your life, understanding that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. This trust doesn't come from knowing all the answers, it comes from knowing the one who holds them. But perhaps the most powerful aspect of this awareness is how it transforms your perspective. You start to see the divine not just in the extraordinary moments but in the everyday ones as well. You see it in the kindness of a stranger, the beauty of a sunset, and the strength of a loved one's embrace. You realize that the higher power you seek is not distant or unreachable. It is present in every aspect of your life, waiting to be acknowledged. This awareness also calls you to action. It asks you to live with intention, to align your life with the values and purpose that this higher power represents. It challenges you to rise above fear, to let go of doubt, and to step boldly into the life you were created to live. And as you do, you find that this awareness grows even stronger, becoming a constant source of guidance, strength, and inspiration. If you've felt this growing awareness, embrace it, trust it. Let it guide you. It's not just a sign, it's an invitation. An invitation to live a life that is connected, purposeful, and deeply aligned with the higher power that has been calling you all along. As we've journeyed through these signs, I hope you've begun to see the truth of your existence in a new light. These signs, your restlessness, moments of peace, love for wisdom, unshakable conscience, connection to beauty, reflection on purpose, empathy for others, resilience in hardship, guided opportunities, and growing awareness of a higher power are not random traits or fleeting experiences. They are the fingerprints of destiny, the undeniable evidence that you were born for more. You are not here by chance. Every struggle you've faced, every moment of clarity you've experienced, and every quiet whisper of something greater has been preparing you for a life of impact. The world may have tried to convince you otherwise, but the signs have been there all along, urging you to rise, to believe, and to step boldly into the life you were created to live. Understand this: being chosen doesn't mean life will always be easy. It means you are equipped with the tools to overcome, the courage to persist, and the light to illuminate the path for others. Your life is not small, it is significant. And the signs are not just reminders of your past, they are the foundation of your future. So, take these signs and let them inspire you. Let them guide you toward your purpose. Trust that every step, no matter how uncertain, is part of a divine plan. And as you walk this path, know that you carry within you the strength, the wisdom, and the light to fulfill your calling. You were born to shine, not for your glory, but for the impact your life will impact. Now is your time. Rise to the occasion, embrace your calling, and become the person you were always meant to be. The signs are clear, the purpose is undeniable, and the world is waiting for your light. Shine boldly and leave a legacy that echoes far beyond your years.